I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working through the ABRSM Theory Grades together. I have lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. You can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series to help you. There's a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials. And you can also find out about the books I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time on exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can like and subscribe and share about my channel, that would be fab. And now we're going to continue with some more questions from the Grade 2 2018 Practice Paper B. So if you turn with me to page 9, we can work through that together. I always suggest that you have a go of this on your own. It's always better to have a crack at it. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. Always work in pencil and you'll learn more thoroughly by making a few mistakes. That's okay. You can just rub it out and have another go. So question 6, we revisit the topic of the degrees of the scale. This time we're still doing the melodic intervals, just like in the previous question in an earlier video. However, this time we are going to be looking at it in the context of an actual melody. We're in the key of C major, so we're always counting upwards from C, and there are a number of ways we can do this. We can either find a C and count upwards, so there's a C. C is always the first degree of the scale. Don't forget to count the given note as your tonic note and count that, including that 1, 2, 3. However, if you're a bit concerned about forgetting and leaping off and counting the next one first, you can always just write out the degrees of your scale here. Give yourself an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's our octave, and we can see we have an E here, F-A-C-E, and we can see the E is a third, so it's easy to double check it that way as well. And you can also double check it against previous intervals. So here is our C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a fifth. We can double check that. We know that that's a G. Every good boy says football F, G. G is the fifth. And if it's the third, this is the third. Fourth is the line, fifth is the space. Here we go. So we're counting high up here. Oh, I've missed one. Sorry, go back. So here is C. Next one up. If C is 1, next one up is 2. That's the second. That's note D, and we can see that D is a second, so we can double check that. Now we'll look at this high top note here. Counting from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an octave. And we know that this is note C. Let's double check. We know the top line is F. Every good boy deserves football. F, G, A, B, C. And of course C is an octave. So we can say either octave, or you could say eighth, or indeed first. All the same principle. It's all the tonic. Let's carry on here. So counting from C, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. We know that's note F. Every good boy deserves football. We know F is the fourth. And also here they gave us this interval as the third. So the next one up must be the fourth. There we go. Let's press on. So here is our C. That's our first degree of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seventh. Oops, seventh. And then here we know that's F, G, A, B. We can see that B is the seventh, and we can also see that it's one step down from the octave or eighth that we've just worked out here. And again, if that's a seventh, we can tell that that's a sixth, just come down a step. But let's double check that counting from C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, the sixth. F, G, A. A is the sixth. So there we go. Now here, C C, D, E is a third, and actually that's a free mark for us because they've already given us that one here. So we can't really get that one wrong. And then here we have a C, F, A, C, which we know is the first, the octave or the eighth. All of those mean the same thing. There we go, so that's soon done. Let's look at the next little part of this. We need to look through and we need to give the time name of the shortest note in the melody. So we have 1 beat notes, we have 2 beat notes, and we have half beat notes. These half beat notes are the shortest and they are a quaver, or alternatively you could use the alternative terminology and it's an eighth note. Either of those will be correct. Let's press on to the next question. So we need to rewrite this melody and we're going to convert from bass clef to treble clef. We need to keep the pitch exactly the same, and helpfully they've given us the first bar. Now we need to be careful that we keep middle C as our focal point, that way we're not going to go jumping off into wrong octaves. And we also need to look at the direction of the notes we're going and parallel watch that through. So here, if you remember, middle C is at the top of the bass, the bottom of the treble. If you just visualise that, imagine you've come to the bottom of the treble, the top of the bass, and you've sort of met in the middle for middle C. So here is middle C in the treble, here is middle C in the bass. We're one above, D above middle C, next door, there we go. Then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the A below middle C, back to the D. Now we're going to go up a step. Now I'm just going to put the note heads in because I've got enough to be thinking about. We'll worry about stems and so on afterwards. Let's just get the pitch correct and get these blobs in the right place. So put the note heads in first. So we've gone up a step to the E above middle C, C, D, E, that's correct. Now this is actually middle C, so we should be coming down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's middle C, so that's correct. And then we're going to go down again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 takes us to the line. That's the A below middle C, and we should see that note here. So stepping up 1, so that takes us to B. Back down to where we came from, to the A. Back up to the B, just 1 step below middle C, and now we hop over middle C to the D above that, so B, C, D, no need for a ledger line now, and then D, we're going to go up a third, D, E, F, D, E, F, there we go, back down a step to the E. Now we've done this note before, so let's make sure we're in the same place. We are. And then we go down 1 step more to the D. There we go. So that's all the thinking done in terms of the note heads. Now we know we've got the pitch exactly the same. We've not jumped any octaves. But now we're going to have to rearrange the stems. All of these note heads are below the middle line. So all of the stems are going to be pointing upwards now. The middle line is the deciding factor. There we go, so that's vaguely going upwards, so I'll just go for that a bit of a slant, and another beam, there we go, stems in place, stem, there we go. So it's easy peasy if you just take it a small stage at a time. Let's press on to this next question. So here again we see the newly revised layout for 2018 onwards exam papers, where our musical directions and performance symbols are given to us in multiple choice. I don't think that makes it any easier at all. Sometimes it can really throw us off our guard. They'll just throw a red herring in there to confuse us. So nothing for it but a good bit of revision here. And don't forget, this is all of the performance directions and musical terms from grade 1 and grade two combined, so you need to do a bit of revision there. I always suggest that you group them thematically, combining the grades. I've given you a little hint on how to do that in your PDF, just a bit of a revision tip there. So I'm hoping you've had a go of these, and now we'll check through these together. So they've shown us here, allegro means quick, so we tick that one. Cantabile, this was a grade 1 term, it means in a singing style. Maestoso is majestic. Seems a majestic sounding word to me, that does, so that sort of helps me to remember that. Now this looks like it's an impossible statement because it's saying legato and staccato. It's a sort of a semi-staccato or slightly separated. Sostenuto means sustained, and I can see the link between the two languages there, Italian and English. And F is short for forte, which means loud. So just make sure you tick the correct one there. There we go. And that's that question completed. We'll look at the last question in the next video. I do hope this is helpful to you. I hope it's helping you really get to understand your music theory. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. Please do visit sharonbill.com and have a good look around all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.